what's up, folks? This is Chris, otherwise known as Music City Driver. Sorry about that, didn't have my little picture-in-a-picture thing on. It is Tuesday, actually, and I do apologize. I meant to put out the next installment of Money Monday out yesterday, which was Monday, and I did not get a chance to do that. But I wanted to go ahead and do it now. It's Tuesday, I know, but it's still going to be Money Monday because that's what I'm going by, because I have not driven again since early Sunday morning. So as you can see here on Monday, and once again, disclaimer at the very first, I want to get this out of the way so there's no misunderstandings. I do drive a Toyota Highlander, which is an SUV that has a third row seat option that allows me to carry up to 6 passengers, which qualifies me for Lyft Plus and Uber XL, and also qualify for Uber Select, because basically they asked me if I wanted to be Uber Select. They saw my vehicle and said it was really nice, and I didn't even ask for it. They just signed me up for it. So I do get quite a few Uber Select calls a week. I like Uber Select because honestly it pays about the same as Uber XL, but they take out less. So like on Uber XL, they actually end up taking an effective rate of 28% out. I don't know if anybody knew that or not. Whereas on Select, they actually take out only the 25%. And you can actually really tell that a lot from the cancellation fees, because on a Select, you'll get a $3.75 cancellation fee, whereas on XL, you only get $3.60. Anyway, I digress. So, last week, I actually didn't work as much. It looks like I worked a lot, but when I scroll down in a minute, you'll see how many hours I actually worked. I had a very, very lucrative last week. Thursday, I didn't work, but maybe 3 or 4 hours. Friday and Saturday. Friday actually didn't end up working as many hours as you think I would have to make what I made. As you can see, Friday I ended up just on Uber making $98.72. But as you can see, I was only online for that day a total of 5 hours. So that's not too damn bad for that. Plus, I have Lyft in there as well. So, anyway, going over the entire week, I have $354.17 for Uber. As you can see there, there's promotions, $45. One of them is, and yes, I do it. Uber sends out a thing where you can share your earnings on other platforms with them for $15. I do it every week, just about. As soon as I get it, I send it in because only the first 100 people get it or something like that. It's an extra $15. I mean, you know, they're going to be competing with each other anyway, and everybody's going to do it anyway. You can disagree with it, you can agree with it, whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter to me. It's my money, so whatever. But the other $30 was actually from a cell phone and a purse. So the first one was a cell phone that a lady had left, and I heard it making this weird noise. It was like under and behind my seat, so I didn't see it, but she had like an iPhone thing that says this iPhone has been lost and all this stuff. So I called the lady's phone who had just told her to call. It had like a message on the screen, so I called them, and luckily, this is weird actually, luckily I had just dropped off. They were at the Opryland Hotel. That's where I dropped them off from downtown. And it was a very lucrative ride to begin with. It was like a 2.8 surge from downtown Nashville all the way out to Opryland Hotel on Uber X. So it ended up being like a, I don't know, $30-something ride anyway. So luckily I ended up getting a Lyft ping, which the lady ended up being downtown, but she had put in her ultimate destination, which was the Days Inn over by Opryland. I called her. I was like, hey, I'm way, first of all, I was actually on the interstate when I got the ping, and I passed the exit that I could use to turn around. So I was calling her to let her know that it looks like I'm driving away from you, but the only reason I'm driving away from you is so I can get to the next exit to exit and come back. And she tells me that she is over by Coyote Ugly in downtown Nashville on 2nd Avenue, and I'm like, I'm not anywhere close to there. I'm way out at Opryland, like 13 miles away or something. And she's a really nice lady, British accent. And she's like, I know the reason you're talking to me is just my accent, and all this stuff is pretty funny actually. But so I hung up, and she's, I just sat there at the Days Inn and waited for the 5 minutes to go up. and got my $5 cancellation. Well, in the meantime, I found this phone while I was sitting there waiting. Luckily, I was right across the street from Opryland Hotel, so I didn't have to go very far out of my way. And to be honest, I felt a little bad charging them $15, but I didn't have to do that right away. And if I had been further away, I definitely would have charged it. But she didn't give me anything. She didn't give me $5, $1, nothing for returning her iPhone. So I don't feel that bad about the $15 charge. So did that. Like I said, the lady, there was 3 ladies that I took to the airport early Sunday morning. Ended up leaving the bag here. It was kind of dark when I first dropped them off at like 6 in the morning. And then as the light started, I didn't notice it was in the floorboard, and I hadn't had another passenger since, and I just kind of happened to see it out of the corner of my eye. It was a black bag, so it blended in really well with the darkness. So it just didn't see it. So I called Uber, the critical response line, because I knew they were leaving on a flight. I didn't want her to leave without this bag, so I sent in a request. I sent in a help ticket on the on the actual app itself, and then I also called in, and finally they got her to call me from one of her friends' phones, and I did that. I was able to meet her up there at the terminal and give her her bag before she had to depart. So I was lucky that happened there. Charged her $15 too, because man, it took me a lot of hassle to do that. I didn't feel as bad about that one because, first of all, I was away from the airport when I first noticed it, so I knew I had to drive back to the airport. So I went and waited in the rideshare lot to see if I could get her to call me, and luckily she did call me. And I went up to the terminal, and I had to circle back around because they don't like you to sit there. So it was kind of a pain in the butt, but I got it done. So anyway, $354.17 for the entire week. That was 4 days, not even 4 days really. Sunday, like I said, the only reason it shows that is because I didn't get home roughly till Sunday morning, about 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. Thursday, I only worked 3 or 4 hours. Matter of fact, I think it'll show you here if I tell you I only made $22 that day. But on that day, I actually 4 hours and 31 minutes, and that includes driving all the way back home. So, because I leave my app on with the destination filter set on all the way home. That way I can claim that mileage deduction because I'm seeking a ride technically that entire way. Especially on Lyft, because Lyft actually has a service area in my area. So, also got $21 in tips on that, which still, Uber still lags far behind. However, I will say that I got a lot of cash this weekend for tips. I probably got $80-something in cash tips, which was pretty exceptional, really. So that was pretty good. I did have some fuel costs. The $14.50 was the, I think that was the, that was another one of those promotions where they send out the thing with the pay stubs and all that. So, as you can see, $354.17 there. Lyft, $408.71. 24 rides, 22 hours and 14 minutes online. Like I said, I really didn't work a lot this week. I'm actually really shocked that I made as much as I did. So as you can see on here, $40 in tips. Like I said, the electronic tips on Lyft are far better than Uber's. There's $12.09 in bonuses. Those bonuses are actually from those little boost zones that they have, the power zones for Lyft. They count those as bonuses. I had $15 in cancellation fees from 3 separate rides that were no-shows. And then I had driver referrals. That's actually only one person's referrals. And this is why Lyft is so lucrative for referrals, for the person who refers you and for the person who has actually been referred, because both of you get $2.73 on her current, actually it was a female driver, so on her current promotion, she gets $2.73 for the first 110 rides she takes in 30 days. Right now, actually in Nashville, it's up to $650, which is a lot more. You're looking at, $3 and some change per ride. So I think the Lyft bonus is definitely worth signing up for. And you can check out my link down below if you want to sign up for Lyft and get this bonus. And the cool thing about it is that you continue to get these bonuses until they run out, and if you don't get the full 650, it's fine, you've already gotten some. But whereas with Uber, if you're guaranteed a certain amount, you're probably going to exceed that amount and you're not going to get any extra free money. So this is actually really good extra free money. So I got $84.63, which is roughly, like I said, it's $2.73 a ride. So if you think about $3, that's about 30 rides she gave probably. So I gave about 24 rides. My total earnings were $408.71. So my total for the week, if you add these both together, $408.71 and $354.17, you're looking at $762.88. If you add in the cash that I got, and I also made some contacts as well over the weekend. I may be able to drive a lady from Brentwood, or Franklin rather, all the way to Bridgestone on Thursday for the Janet Jackson concert. I gave her my number. Hopefully she will let me know. So $762.88 plus, like I said, I had 66, 76, 83, $85 I think in cash tips. So you're looking at $847.88. And I worked a lot on Saturday, I will admit that. Saturday I worked about 5 o'clock till about 8 o'clock, and a lot of that time was just sitting around towards the end of the night. We're driving around. So if you count that, that's 15 hours. It's Friday. I actually ended up not working as many hours as I usually do. I think I started about 4:30, but I took a break at about 6:30. So that's 2 hours. I took a break all the way until 11 o'clock almost. So you're looking at, and then I stopped about 3. So that's about 6 hours that day. So that's 21. So about 26 hours is what I would estimate. So you're looking at a total, oops, I totally did not do that right. So $847.88 divided by, if I work 26 hours, I average $32.61. Now that's before mileage, that's before depreciation, that's before gas, that's before everything. So that's not too bad, not too shabby. $847.88 for a week. And like I said, keep in mind, I'm Uber XL, Lyft Plus. Strangely enough, and I'm going to go back and review this actually real quick. If you look at my driving history for this week, I actually did not have that many. I guess I'm already on the driving history to. Sorry, get a little acacia strain in the background. So I had 24 rides. What the? Really? Sorry, I guess it timed out. But anyway, most of my rides for Lyft were not plus rides. They were regular Lyft rides that were prime time. I somehow managed to get prime time on most of my rides. It was actually really good. I happened to be in the right place at the right time, and I just snagged them up. So I had some really good rides. As you can see, I only had one ride on Sunday morning. That ride actually was prime time, I do believe. Yeah, it was $15.40 plus a $5 tip. And the thing is, these people that had primetime rides gave me tips. Pretty amazing. So primetime was $10.27, so that was 100% primetime. It was $10.27 for the ride, $10.27 for primetime, $5 in tips. Pretty amazing there. And I actually had quite a few on. Now Saturday is when I really had a bunch of primetime. So like I said, I ended up being really lucky on these days. On Friday and Saturday, I ended up being super duper lucky. So as you can see here, there's a plus ride for $12.30, no tip on it yet. There's $7.65 regular Lyft ride. That was for 8 miles. That seems like that was just a regular old Lyft, it seems like. $12.71 for a plus ride, no tip yet. Cancellation fee, $12.71 for a plus ride, no tip on that one yet. $20.03 for a plus ride, no tip on that one yet. But $16.33 with a $2 tip, $17.73 with a $5 tip, $26.31, 14, and that was only a 6.6 mile ride. It took me 13 minutes, maybe $26.31. That was, if I do believe, that was a 250% prime time, I do believe. I took them basically from West Nashville, around Sylvan Park, all the way out to South Nashville, near Berry Hill area. So you see, it was $8.77 for the regular ride, $26.31 of prime time. It's pretty good. $26.31 to drive that far is really great. So, I said I ended up having some exceptional luck on those days. This video is getting exceptionally long as well, so I do apologize about that. Already 15 minutes long, but I just wanted to go in depth with this with you guys to kind of show you what you can do if you know the areas to be in. I'm not going to give away my my super duper lucrative areas because I really want to keep those to myself. There's another driver that we correspond with each other and say, hey, yeah, it looks like it's busy over here. Oh yeah, it looks like it's busy over here. I'm heading this way, and then oh yeah, I'm getting good stuff over here. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. It's good to have a buddy that you can kind of do that stuff with. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't have as many good. I had a few more plus rides on Friday night, and I got some nice tips. $16.87 plus $5. I mean, $4.50 plus $2. $11.76 plus $2. Sorry, I got this telegraph message thing coming across from some buddies of mine. But anyway, guys, I did great for this week, and it's actually a relief. I'm hoping it continues through the holidays because lately it's been inundated with drivers here from Memphis, from Knoxville, from Chattanooga. People just flooding in here. What's so ridiculous is that a fellow driver of mine posted a screenshot of somebody in Memphis who had an Uber ride that was like 3 or 4 miles that they got paid $75 for. So why the hell are they coming to Nashville? If they had that much surge there, then why the hell would you come all the way to Nashville and drive 200 miles and sleep in your freaking car, or share a hotel room with like 6 other people, or sleep at the airport or whatever? It doesn't make any damn sense to me anyway. And they don't know what the hell they're doing half the time. So anyway, all right, guys, I'm out of here. That is Money Monday for this last week, the last week of November and into the first week of December. So I hope you guys have had a lucrative time. Hope you guys have a great day. And if you're out driving, please be safe. It's really nasty and wet here in Nashville. So I hope you guys have a great one, and I will talk to you soon.